Review of the Nerf Zombie Strike Zombie Eraser. This is a Nerf blaster in the Zombie Strike line. It fires a dart out of the bottom chamber, and then it fires silly string out of the top as a zombie repellent. Included is the blaster, 3 green elite darts, the instructions, and a canister of zombie repellent. Going over the externals, starting in the front, the lower barrel is where you load the dart. It holds 1 dart. Down below is the priming handle. This operates just like the Demolisher missile launcher, meaning there's no trigger, no spring. It works on your manual pumping power. So you pull out the priming handle, and when you pull in, that's when it fires, and you have to manually move the plunger head, essentially. Moving up, this is where you house the zombie repellent, or effectively just silly string. The can is in place right now. This is the included can of zombie repellent. The housing here is specifically designed for this size can. I'm not sure if it'll work with off-brand or anything like that, but this nozzle is kind of weird. Loading the can is pretty easy. You push it in like this, and now it's clicked into place, ready to go. Moving back, not much else going on in the shell. The trigger is a little bit weird. To pull this trigger, that's what fires the silly string. And when I remove the can, you can see pulling the trigger simply moves this green thing back and forth. How the can works is when you push down on the black nozzle, it'll fire like that. This can is empty, so it's not firing properly. But all you have to do is push down. So when the trigger activates, it's pushing the can towards the tip, which is compressing the tip. So again, pulling the green trigger is how you fire the silly string. And then moving down to the grip, it's a pretty comfortable grip. It is small, but no complaints even as an adult, and it'll definitely work with a kid. No in-strike attachment point on the back or the rear though, so this is all you get. There are no in-strike rails or any attachment points at all. And firing a silly string is also really easy. To load the can again, you just push it in like that. Try not to spill everywhere with premature silly string leakage. Well, so the performance is a little weird. You can't really compare silly string launching to anything else, but the range is extremely limited because silly string itself is very light. Mine shot about 10 feet and then just fell straight down. But you could call it sort of fully automatic because it's a constant stream of ammo, which is kind of funny. So try to count the rounds per minute, it's like infinity, which is pretty cool. The dart launcher fires a little slower as far as velocity goes, but the rate of fire is so bad, I can't expect anybody to buy this for performance. It's clearly just a pure gimmick. So on to my opinion of this blaster. Overall, I can't really recommend many people would buy this. It looks really cool, the shell does. Firing silly string is really fun, but I ran out of silly string within about a minute of firing, which kind of stinks. I'm not sure that you can buy silly string that's not Hasbro brand with this type of nozzle. I'm not a silly string expert, so I don't really know. So that makes replacing this kind of expensive, which is kind of a bummer because you're limited on what you can actually place into the launcher. It is pretty fun to fire silly string, so it's definitely fun for about 45 seconds until you run out of ammo, which kind of sucks. The dart launcher's performance is decent, but the rate of fire is so bad, and this blaster is not really set up to actually battle at all, so I can't recommend it as far as the performance goes. But it was definitely fun to use, so if that's your goal, just to have fun for a very short amount of time and maybe overpay for that fun, I would definitely recommend it for that. But for most people, I can't really see many people enjoying this. But to be clear, it works exactly as advertised. The mechanics are fine, it fires fine, the silly string is fun, everything does exactly what it should. Just whether or not it should exist is another question. But that's my opinion and review of the Zombie Strike Zombie Eraser. If you're interested in purchasing one, there's a buy link in the description box below. Otherwise, thanks for watching.